I want to know 5 of your funniest Sibrena and Andrena stories. They could be real short. It could be
5. I'm trying to.
And it could be like the exorcism, but we won't say, oh, that we performed it for whom.
I don't even remember that. I'm so bad. Could we say anything?
Yes.
I mean, I have to say, first of all,
wait. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. You can say anything. Lord.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I have been such, like, before, and not so much anymore, I've been such a weed smoker that I don't remember a lot of stuff. It does kill your memory and your brain stuff.
Yes, it sure will.
I remember always getting scolded by Scratch because you and I were always so boisterous. So wherever he took us, we were always like, "Wah!" Because we're just unruly.
Unruly, uncontrollable. And it was fun unrule.
It was. We just always had such a good time. I can't think of like 5 things or like pinpoint. Like you have to jog my memory.
Mischievous. We're very mischievous.
Yes, that is for sure.
We're mischievous and we are always laughing.
Yes.
And it's always about a guy that we're laughing about.
Oh, always. Yes.
And we have we've performed exorcisms on people's children.
When we're offline, you're going to have to remind me of that one.
I'm going to text you right now. Hold on. Because we can't say the name today because they will be so salty. Oh, wait. I don't know how to spell it.
Uh-oh.
How you spell exorcism?
What is it? EXO or C. Oh, I don't even know.
E-R-Z.
ISM at the end.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait. No, that will definitely get us in trouble.
Mm-hmm. It's not like we're not used to trouble.
Exactly. No, she will be so mad at us.
Yes, she would be. Okay.
She is a wonderful young lady now, so it's good that we did
it. Yeah, we can't do that to her. And I'm the only one that calls you what?
Andy.
Nobody else can do that. Nobody else better not. Nope. Does anybody do that?
No, nobody calls me Andy except for you.
I am the only person deemed permissible. Okay. Now, when I say these people, name, I want you to tell me your role with them, and then one full sentence about them that no one would know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Number 1, Yo-Yo, the rapper.
Oh my God.
You can't play with my Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo. She is my Leo sister. She is very sweet. She's quirky. I don't think anybody would expect for her to be quirky.
She's got Leo?
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
All my friends are Leos. Go ahead.
So she has a quirky personality, but she's like the sweetest person on the planet. And just like, I just really enjoyed working with her. She's very, very sweet.
And what did you do? In what capacity?
So I was the showrunner. There were 2 showrunners. I was the second showrunner on a show called Hip Hop Treasures, and that aired on A&E last year. And so she was one of the hosts, one of the cast members. So we filmed together for a little bit. We did pickups together here in LA.
Nice. And what are pickups?
After you shoot the show, sometimes you have to go back and shoot some more interviews to fill in the gaps for certain stories. Yeah. So we did pickups together, and she was great.
Okay. Well, then, since you've already said hip hop treasures, tell me something about iced tea that you've experienced.
I didn't meet Ice-T personally. I just dealt with his management, but I can
Okay.
say that his camp is like one of the easiest camps to deal with. And
Really?
I didn't shoot with him because I finished the show, so I was doing all the editing and finished it in post. But everybody who filmed with him said that he was a delight, super professional, real chill, and you could tell because I get to watch all of the footage, and so you see that there was nothing pretentious about him. He was just like, I'm there to do my job, and just really easy, and made everybody feel very comfortable.
What about LL Cool J? What? Oh, okay.
Next.
What about Gabrielle Union?
I never worked with Gabrielle Union.
Is she not in this clip?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gabrielle. Well, I guess I don't know who that was. Okay, the next one though. American Gangster Trap Queens. Who the hell? I mean, what made y'all do that one? What did you do with that? Because I'm scared of them. I'm gonna watch that entire seasons and get into it now that I know it's on BET and I got that.
We have they did 3 seasons of that show. I did this seasons 2 and 3.
Okay.
The second season I was a supervising producer, and then the third season I was a co-executive producer. So I worked really closely with the showrunner, Jackson Gwynn, who is amazing, amazing, amazing. And that was basically 2 years of my life, because we rolled in from season 2 to season 3. And shout out to BET, to Kelly Gould and Ashley Taylor over there, who really fought for me to have a lot of say-so and a lot more participation in the third season.
Okay.
Because I was the only woman at the executive level, and I was the only Black woman at the executive level on the production side.
Nice.
So I got to be really involved very creatively. And I feel like Jackson helped to groom me to like move to that next step of being a showrunner, because he has zero ego and he's just about teaching, and he's just a really kind person. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. It was 2 years. It was an exhausting 2 years. It's a hard show to produce. You're dealing with like multiple felonious women that you have to like juggle and like make sure you get the story, and people are calling you and mad, and like you have to approach them in the right way. And
did they see any of the clips prior to it airing?
No, we don't do that. No. You don't see it till it airs. So third season, I was very excited when everybody loved their stories. So
okay, I'm gonna tune in. When did you shoot that?
We shot season 2 during the pandemic in 2020. Okay. And then we started shooting the second season in 2021.
Got you. I could still catch it streaming, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now give me one. Okay, so you worked at Time of Essence, the magazine's 50-year legacy.
Yeah, I only did development. So I was the development executive, but I wasn't on the producing side when they went into the field to produce.
Okay. Well, you've done a lot, young lady. And so I know Cake and Candy is a girl, because when you gave me that name and told me like Cake and Candy, hands down, that is like so catchy. That was genius of you. And that is you, Cake and Candy. I love it. But now I have, of course this happens to me. I'm sorry.
Okay. But now I have 2 other production companies. I have a new production company that I started with 2 other partners, Samant Washington and Joey Badass, which keeps me in hip hop. So that is a fun company. We have a company together called Great Minds Studios, and we have some really cool stuff that's coming up, but I can't talk about it. And then
Joey Badass.
Joey Badass is one of the hottest rappers out right now, and he's also one of the stars of Raising Kanan on Stars.
Oh, I love Raising Cane. Okay, so I'm gonna look up Joey Badass. I think I've heard of him, and no disrespect, Joey. Like, I want to get to know who you are, because I love that tag, Joey Badass.
He is a really great person, a very great young artist.
Okay, thank you,
Mature,
Andrena, for
very
sharing
mature.
that. I feel so old right now. Like I am really a platinum era chick. I don't know none of these people. Okay. Do you besides Joey Badass?
Some people,
Okay,
because I try to keep up a little bit, but
me too. But like my keeping up is Gucci Mane and
okay.
T.I. Well, it's like I'm into now genres like the South
Yeah.
music now. Whereas for me, it's always I'm in New York, so that's who I was representing or the
Yeah.
game over there. But now I'm into like different rhythms, but Afro rhythms. I like it all. I like yeah. I think I'm just like I have an ear for different things now because I'm
Yeah.
even liking just a lot of South African piano style.
Exactly. When you
Yeah,
get older, you want more music that's more soothing. And like hip hop is such a young game, right? It's like the artists are already young. They're speaking to Gen Z and
Mhm.
like, maybe the millennials like a little bit. So it's not our time period passed in terms of like what our ear is meant for and what we did. So our era is still the greatest era. So whatever.
Exactly. I agree, Andrina. I gotta tell people stop bugging me because I'm podcasting and they keep texting and like I try putting the shit on the screen to be like, don't disturb me. I'm like silence, but it's not working apparently. So please, every single episode that I've shot has somebody disturbing my daggone podcast. No matter who I text, everybody, do not disturb me at this time on Sunday. They all do it. They don't call me during the weekday. It's like I'm a Sunday chick. Okay. So, Miss Showrunner, executive producer, what clients are you currently working on? I mean, what projects can you? Because I know a lot of things are NDAs. You don't want to give up too much about what you're working on, but is there something you're working on that you'd like to share?
Well, there are a couple things. So I'm developing a hip hop series with Pulse Films, and they are a British production company that I did Hip Hop Treasures with. And so it's an association with them and Vice Media. And that is like really cool. I can't go into details about what it is, but we have a really great celebrity host and that it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I'm developing a true crime series for WeTV, which is really good. Super proud of it. Just finished the rough cut for the pilot episode and handed it to the network on Friday. So God willing, they love it. I think that they will. We put a lot into it. And then working on developing a series for Lifetime right now.
Who are we talking about?
I can't give any details on that one, but trust, it will be something everybody will be tuning into.
Well, excuse me for just like pouring tea on that one. You ain't even take a sip. You just poured some. But I need you to put your little pinky ring up and sip on this tea.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Come on, man. Like, this is not going unchecked. Okay. Diddy. The Diddy scandal. What are your thoughts about this man's the accusations that are being reported or in court documents that I've read, 73 pages. You may not have read it. I should have sent it to you yesterday. But anyway, you ain't got time for that, but you know what's going on. What are your thoughts about his legacy? The people that are coming out and speaking, do you think that maybe it's a long time that maybe they should have come out sooner? Like, what are your thoughts about that whole thing?
I don't know. It's all very weird. I don't have anything bad to say about Puff. Like, and when I worked with Puff, Puff was like super respectful about his business with me. We had a cool relationship. I was not trying to be his best friend. I was there to make money for the hitmen, the producers. So that's what I aimed to do. And as long as I did my job, that's all that mattered. So I don't really have anything bad to say about him. obviously it is for hip hop. I will say this, for hip hop, it's a bad thing because he is such a big part of the transition of hip hop into being as global as it is, right? As much as people hate to say that he took us out of that platinum era, well, everything transitions and everything evolves. And so he was a part of the evolution of making hip hop so big and taking it to the next level. And so it's sad to see that one of our pioneers from that era is going through such a shit time with what's happening. I don't know what happened. I don't, you know what I mean? It's nothing that I experienced or saw.
Right.
I just think that between him and Russell Simmons and those allegations, I think that it's a bad thing for hip hop because it's just a shame. But you know, that's pretty much how I feel about it.
That's a good perspective, and an interesting one in terms of your working relationship was nothing but professional. Did you ever date? Do you believe in dating in the industry? And have you ever dated in the industry?
Well, when
while
you're
working or not?
Well, when you're, especially when you're younger, like if all you do, like my whole life was just work. So you're going to only meet people in the music industry. So yeah, I have dated in the music industry.
Okay. And was that a good experience for you? Did it mess up your sky is the limit? Or, you know, people think you have a glass ceiling. There's a way to do things. There's some people you don't want to date because of the job that you're doing. I'm just speaking from us talking to a young woman today, how to navigate that, because you know, you can date at work. You should not date you shouldn't be a subordinate.
No.
Right. So the ethics part of that, you have to think about, young ladies. Think about the ethics. So speak to that.
Well, yeah, like you can't, like, let's just say that I've dated in the music industry, but I never had to date somebody for a check, right?
Yes.
So it's just like somebody who was like, you know, people who were just sort of, you know, even keel or, you know what I mean? So I was not dating my bosses or anybody who was like my superior. I never had to do anything, never did anything like, oh, this is a strategic. There was never any strategic dating in the music industry. It's just like people that you vibe with creatively, and then it turns into something.
I want a check from somebody that I've dated, but like a check, like go give her a check because I knew the work. I did the work.
Okay. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, I was put into position because I was screwing somebody. It was never like that.
Or dating.
And then it's just like, and like I said, you're like young. So you maintain these relationships because like they happen. It's like being in high school. Everything is an extension of high school. So it's just like being in high school and being with a dude, but you're in high school and it didn't work out, but nobody has any like hard feelings. Nobody's just like, oh, I can't stand her. Oh no.
No one's pregnant by him. No baby daddy issues.
No. So it's just like, oh, I always know Andrena is about her business. And if I need a check and I need to be put on, I know I can call her. And it's always like, always able to separate the business from the personal and always like good vibes. I have really good vibes with like anybody that I've dated.
I love that. That's a good note to end on, girlfriend. Now, you said you had this teacup.
I do. I have my little teacup.
Give me a piece of tea about an artist that you have directly worked with that is an experience that no one knows. It could be funny. It could be traumatic. It could be a great learning lesson. It could be something as simple as they eat peanuts and bonbons. Like, is there any artist that you thought that they were so unique and they just made you laugh or they just made you cry?
Oh, let me think.
And you have to put the tea up when you're ready. You can't just be like, let me think. You must be like,
I don't know. I'm trying to like.
You work with Busta Rhymes, like.
Yeah, but I don't remember, like, yeah, we were in the studio and everything. He's just super, whoever he is, like on television is who he is in the studio. He's like super boisterous. He walks in, he lights up a room. He's got that voice. He's energy, and gets on the mic and just like rips it. I would say that I love being in the studio with Big Pun because God rest his soul. He's not here, but I was representing Rockwilder at the time, and we had 2 songs on Pun's album. You Came Up and Super Lyrical, and I say they are the dopest songs on the album. But that was like a really great experience. But I'm trying to think like any like real tea on anybody. Nas was always late for all of his music videos.
Late?
Yeah, he was. I mean, if you think about it, he was a kid because this was Illmatic. So it was the 2 songs that we did off of Illmatic. And he was always like 8 to 10 hours late for
8 to 10 hours. No, I thought you meant like an hour. 8 to 10 hours late. No. Does he know he was paying for that?
No, I think he was a kid. I don't think he really.
He didn't even think that came out of his budget.
No, and I was always like going to poor Faith Newman, his A&R, and just being like, okay, you know that this is overages. But hey, we just hung out in Queensbridge, and I may or not have smoked weed, like just waiting for that.
Waiting 8 hours, like maybe. Why not? I mean, exactly. Respectful. I would have been so mad at him if he would have came to my set like that. I'd have been like,
it's like, what do you do? Because it's like, what do you do? You don't. He just. And the album was so iconic. Like, I feel so privileged to have done two music videos from Illmatic, which is still one of my favorite albums. Still, I will still put it on and just have it playing because it's like one of the dopest albums ever. And he's such a huge executive in entertainment now. But back then, he was just a kid from Queensbridge who would show up late for his music videos.
8 hours.
Yeah.
All I know is, are you on people? I am on no one's album. And I should be. All the media guys I've done, nobody. I've never thought about having my name on those, my name credited on their albums, and I could have, and I didn't. Did you do that? And because again, we were not in the labels our entire career.
Well, definitely the Bad Boy album. So, you know, they Puff always made sure that there was everybody at the labels and everybody who worked for Bad Boy and had anything to do with anything, that they were always thanked in the credits. So on Carl Thomas's first album, Black Rob's album, the Biggie remix album, there are probably like 3 or 4 albums that my name is in, but I have like some platinum, like a couple platinum plaques. And
I have to get my plaques. Oh, guess what? Black Rob, I represented briefly as a PR when he was under Jimmy Henchman Rosemond's management. Entertainment. So I do have like my little moments with him. Nice guy, interesting. That you worked on that project. But oh my God, Andy, we could go on forever and ever about it. And I know I will have you on again. But you have shed some light into who you are. You know, I'm looking forward to all these other projects that you got this NDA about that I can't even talk about. But I'm so proud of you, girlfriend. Like, you have, when I moved and you moved, I no longer felt bad that I had to go back to restructure, go back to my home base to restructure. Yeah. And a lot of women like you inspire me in so many ways, and you just don't know it because it's not like I'm calling you every day to be like, oh my God, you're inspiring me. But you are you're my alumni. And I do look at what everybody's doing, and I'm always like, wow, that's my girl. I'm so happy for you. I wish you so much more success. I know you're taking LA by storm, and that is the most expensive place to live right now. So I know you got to be working in order to be there, because you got home in Michigan.
Yes. So I split my time between the 2 places. But I think like I think that there's something to be said for those of us who have transitioned from the platinum era of hip hop and are still relevant in the entertainment industry. Like, I look at my friend Jessica Rivera, who is now running Issa Rae's like music company, and she came from Bad. We met at Bad Boy. I look at, you know what I mean? Like my friend Michelle Santos-Suoso, who was like the person who broke Biggie's record. She was like a big program director here in LA, broke Biggie in LA. And now she's like an esteemed professor at Syracuse University. Like, and my friend Gingy, Rochelle, my friend Susan Lins, like there's so many of us. Even if you look at Connie Orlando, who was Hype's music video rep and business partner, and now she's an executive vice president over at BET. So just so many of us who have figured out how to move and stay relevant in entertainment and transition. And I think that all of us women should just get like a giant pat on the back and recognition. So I'm glad that you're doing this and like highlighting some of us. I know that you're highlighting all the people from the platinum era, but like anytime that you can have the women on is like really important, because we just keep going. We keep our noses down and just keep working. And sometimes we need to get, you know,
recognized. Exactly. I'll be asking you about a few of those ladies you mentioned. That would be great. I'm like blown away because I can't keep up with people. Like I'm on LinkedIn. I'm not really I'm on Instagram, but it's too briefly. I don't see everyone. So kudos to the girls that are doing their thing. Kudos to Andrena. Thank you so much for being here. I know I'll have you on again. And anytime you want to come on here and promote anything you're doing, that's all good. We're going to share Andrena's handles on how to find her, follow her. And I hope you like the show. Please subscribe, hit the like button, follow, share. What do you got to say, Andy? Let them know how they could find you.
I'm really just on Instagram where I'm like at Andrezio.
And you'll have that Andrezio info in a second.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I like post anything. I'm looking at bringing on social media managers to help with my social media, but that's pretty much what I do. It's like my personal account, and I just put up silly stuff.
Okay, well.
Or promote my shows when I have shows coming out.
Exactly. Well, we'll be seeing more about Andrena. I want to thank you guys for just tuning in and listening to us and checking out what Andrena Hale has to say. We're going to be following her. We're going to find out what she's doing as a female storyteller in the entertainment industry. Thank you, and stay tuned for more.